Good morning, world. I'm Craig. You're in the workshop of Bendigo Hydroblasting, and welcome back to my channel. We've got a new toy in the workshop today. Get a load of that bad boy. I've got myself a new mill. So what I'll do now is I'll take this camera and I'll give you a bit of a look at what we've acquired. Well, this is what I've gone and bought. It's a HM46B is the model number. It's got 6 speeds. It's got a fancy computer thing up there. And as you can see, has not been used yet. Not a chip to be seen on there. We're going to fix that today. We're going to have a play. All I got with the mill was this face mill. That's the only tooling I've got, and a drill chuck. And I bought a clamp set, which has all these little T-nuts, half a dozen of them, but that's not enough. I need to mount this vise and not use all the nuts out of the set. So I'm going to make some of these today and take you along from the ride and see what we can come up with just by using that face mill. And when you buy one of these things, you get the option. You can pay an extra $400 or something like that and get a stand to come with it, or you can make your own like I did. I made that because the stand didn't suit the area that I wanted to put the mill, so we custom built this thing, and I tell you what, it's a scary thing getting under there and adjusting the levelers to get that table level when you've got a 350 kilogram mill sitting on top of you and you're relying on your welds and things. Yeah, a little bit scary, but I survived. We'll just push this button here and see what happens. There we go, that little bit there is whizzing around like the bejesus. Turn that off, and if you look up here, that display, that DRO, changes as I wind this handle, so you can use that for your measurements, and you can zero these things out by pushing buttons like that. As I said, I haven't used one of these things for probably 40 or 35 years at least, but just like riding a bike, I reckon. Anyway, let's get into it. Well, first thing I need to do is secure this vise. I'm going to use the T-nuts in the clamp kit to clamp this down. I'll get it running true, trammed in, or whatever they call it. And yeah, so I'll use the T-nuts in the clamp kit to make the T-nuts for the vise, and then I'll put the T-nuts for the clamp kit back in the clamp kit. Well, I think I've got that vise running fairly true, so I've chucked a lump of this 25 by 25 mil square steel in there. I'm going to start by just cleaning up each face on that, and then we'll work on taking it down to size. As I said, I've got no tools or anything for this, no parallels, nothing, so that's just sitting on some lips on the jaws of the vise, so we're relying on Chinese accuracy here. Okay, let's kick this thing in the guts and have a crack. Well, that's just touched off on that. That'll do us. We'll just wind it through and see how it works. Seems to be cutting all right. Turn that off, pull that out and have a look. Oh, that's nice and shiny. Could have done with a bit more, but that's not bad for a first cut. Righto, let's keep going. Well, so far this milling caper's a piece of cake. Even I can do it. Yeah, what I've done there is I've just knocked the crap surface off and given me something nice and flat to work with. What I'll do now is I'll knock that down to the height of the T-nut, and then we'll attack the next stage when we get to that. Righto, the height we're going for here is that height there. That's 15.2 mil. So we'll just machine that down to that. Doesn't have to be super accurate for these little T-nuts. Just a bit of practice for the old blaster here. Righto, what we've got there is 22.3 millimetre. We've got a fair bit to go, so about 7 mil to come off that. Well, we've got that height down to its 15.2 millimetres. Now I'll tackle the width. I've got to take that down to 22 millimetres, so we'll have a go at that bit now. Well, there we go, viewers. That's down to that size there. Look at that. I'm not just a one-trick pony at all, am I? Let's see if we can cut some slots into it now. Well, using that face mill, it's going to be a challenge. We might not be able to get a sharp corner inside that slot, but we might just have to use a file on that when we're done. But all right, let's slot this thing now. Well, here's what we're doing here. I'm going to touch this off against there and then zero out my DRO and then come in as far as we need to. I forget what the measurement is. I'll have a look in a sec. But as you'll see, I've started working from the other end because this thing spins that way. It's spinning clockwise. And you always push the cutter into the material. If I had done it from this end, it will tend to pull the material into the cutter, and that's bad darts. Anyway, let's touch this off and we'll start slotting it. There we are, let's just touch that there. We'll zero that one, and now we'll start having a play. Well, there we go. I've locked the y-axis at 4.1 mil. That's how far in I want to run that slot. So we'll just start dropping the cutting head into that and running it back and forward, and hopefully we'll have a nice slot on this side. And we look in there, that seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. Well, there we are. That's one side of the slot cut. In theory, I reckon I should just be able to spin that round in the vise to the other side, and I won't have to touch the y-axis again, and it should cut the slot the exact same depth as that one. Righto, let's spin it round and have a go. And there we go, there's the second slot cut. We'll just take that out of the vise now, knock the burrs off that, and we'll look for a tapping drill for a 12mm thread. Well, in the absence of my little drill tapping chart book, I'm going to wing it. I've got a 27/64 drill in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the centre of this. I'm just going to touch the drill to the edge and set me DRO to 0, measure half the diameter of that, and then step it in that far using the DRO to find the centre, and then we'll just drill 4 holes in here and tap them. Well, I've just touched off on the edge of that. That drill diameter is 10.66, so I'm going to come in 5.33 to centre that using the DRO. That there is 13.95, so we're going to come in 6.98 or something like that, and that will put the drill in the centre of that T-clamp. So then we're just going to drill 4 holes Not going to be too fussed about how far apart we put them, because I'm going to cut it off with a hacksaw and just face up the ends to length. So we'll do the holes and tap them first. Well, that's got the 4 holes drilled there. I've got some 12mm taps here. We may as well leave it clamped in here and tap it in situ. Let's have a go. That looks as though it's going to fit too. Here we go. That's working. Well, there's the nearly finished product there. It's coming up all right. Bolts go in there lovely. What we'll do is we'll just measure this, cut it into 4 pieces, and we'll use a hacksaw to do that, I think. And then set it back up in the mill and just clean the ends up. Happy with that. Okay, we'll just clean up the ends of these now and we'll be done. Hopefully they'll fit. Well, there they are, all done. 4 of them, they all fit nicely. That one there, it's got the bolt in it, slides in and out beautifully. You'd think I'd done this sort of stuff before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little trial run on my new machine today. I'm sure this is going to come in handy when I start doing aluminium case repairs and things, so it'll be a good investment, I think. But as I said, I've had some fun. It works. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch up with you next time. See yous.